Guys, thank you so much for joining me in another video. I want to talk about the great apple tree. So a few weeks ago I did a video on FANGs and the power in the US tech economy, explosive growth, making investors very wealthy through the process, how big tech has remained the silver lining of the pandemic. Go check out that video down there below. So in a previous video, I talked about Apple hitting the $2 trillion mark. It's astounding how far Apple has actually come. Just think about it. It took Apple about 40 years to reach a market value of $1 trillion. And guess when that was? About 2 years ago today. It took 40 years to get to the first trillion and then 2 years to get to the second trillion. What the hell does that even mean? So this makes Apple the world's most valuable company, which was established in 1976 and floated in 1980, and gosh, it has delivered over the years, guys. Its products have changed the world, the way we interact with technology, the Macintosh, the iPod, and of course the iPhone. I don't need to sit here and tell you that there's a lot of Apple fanatic channels out there that you can go watch, but you get the gist of it. So arguably the most revolutionary product has been the iPhone, which launched in 2007. It is a brand to itself. It's changed the face of smart technology, killed titans of the mobile phone manufacturing world at the time, and completely altered the face of the market, right? If you have to agree with me, like, don't just agree with me. But the point is, it has developed a brand that is so strong and so consistent that once you have an iPhone, you just don't switch. Unless you're me, obviously. Look down in shame. Actually, not really. The company has also adapted pretty much. So with the passing of Steve Jobs and competitors closing in on that gap on their products, Tim Cook has pretty much done an incredible job in diversifying the business and expanding its services division, building momentum with their loyal customer base. So platforms such as the App Store and the Apple Pay provide recurring revenue streams, which was a smart move. On that way to the 2 trillion then, the pandemic has certainly helped create that surge in technology stocks overall. The market hasn't had many alternatives other than the big tech, with Apple hitting the 2 trillion mark. But guys, it is pretty noteworthy that Amazon and Microsoft float around the 1.6 trillion mark and Facebook at 750 billion. So they're closing in on the gap. But can Apple continue is the question, and where will it top out? Traditionally, it does become harder to do so. However, Apple has done an astounding job of staying ahead of the competition, and they've built a culture that thrives on innovation. We know that through the technology that they've revealed. The worrying thing is that the sector itself is under scrutiny. Check out my video on Are Tech Giants Good for my take. I'll put the link in the description box. And there are pretty much heightened concerns over big tech's dominance, and that big tech should have the same level of regulatory burden as, say, the utility companies out there. And to be more specific, Apple has a direct beta to China, where it has a 10% market share, as well as manufacturing operations, both of which will suffer immensely through the trade war that's about to just kick off. There is one controversial point that I should mention. It was pretty much made by Bloomberg last week, in that while Apple might be a great company, that doesn't necessarily mean its shares are too. So for example, the stock is currently trading 35 times earnings, which is the same valuation they had back in 2007. Put that into perspective, that's when Apple released the iPhone. So that does seem high when you price in the innovation that Apple was creating at the time, and it makes the share price feel a little optimistic with plenty of growth now priced in already. So does that mean that Apple is at the brink of a game-changer technology like in 2007? Likewise, the stock valuations are high for the other tech giants too. So it'll be interesting to see how these shares play out over the next 12 to 24 months even. So there you have it, a bite of the apple. Let me know your thoughts down there in the comments below. Thank you for watching till the end if you made it here. Like, comment, subscribe if you like what you see. Hit the like button for the algo. But until next time, cheers guys, bye!